Felix for arranging everything. Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone in the community. Another Thursday, another tokenomic talk. Welcome everyone that wants to join. Everybody from the community joining. We just shared some message there in the group. Today we are here with Carlos from Cenit Finance, one of our, I would say, late time partners. He's been working with me on the tokenomics and logics for quite a bit time, and they've been developing their tool, which is what we've been using, and we're going to be discovering more about it later on. But I'll let him explain what the guys on Senate Finance do, and we can talk a little bit about how they can help us out and how have they help us out in this journey of tokenomics and what are their expertise. So Carlos, please introduce you to the community and everyone listening to us.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining this beautiful evening. So my name is Carlos Bort. I'm co-founder at Cenit Finance, and we're a team of data scientists and simulation engineers that we help projects to create robust and trustworthy token economies. So we have developed our own agent-based simulation software. And in this AMA, we're going to walk you through on different questions about why we're using agent-based simulation, what are the good parts of simulating the token, and also we will do some walkthrough to the BKN simulation platforms. And I think that Pedro will have some good news in the end of the session.
Yeah, that's right. So jump into it. Let's start talking a bit first about what tokenomics is, so people can address it. We have had some discussions in the past about how our tokenomics work. Since the community still try to figure it out and understand all this, so maybe we can go or start up with the basics, Carlos, and I'll let you
Sure.
take over and share with the community.
Do you want me to share my screen?
Yeah, let's let's
Sure.
sh- let's 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 share some of slides you put together.
Yes, sure. So this tokenomics is much better. You have some visual support. So this is us. We're going to share with you our advanced simulation dashboard. Before starting, a disclaimer from our legal team. Here you have the term of service of our platform. This is not a financial advice. We will take care of the accuracy of the information that we provide and all the legal stuff that we have to say. And first of all, we will have some quick introduction about the problem that we are facing, the tokenomics. Second, we will talk about why agent-based simulation. We will have some quick overview. I think that they have in mind the BKN tokenomics, and we will finish with some simulation platform overview. So this is us. We did a small presentation, thanks to Pedro. But just to let you know, we worked with top tier VCs in the crypto space and in important protocols. This is like 1KX or Faculty Group, or protocols like Divalat or Ethermail are clients of us. And when you're about to launch a token, there is a question that is usually read in the Discord, no? The when question, the when token. And this is not an easy question, because when we think about tokenomics, there are a lot of pains, a lot of questions that are really hard to answer, right? So which are the right tokenomics for my business model? How different tokenomics model will affect my KPIs? How different utilities will affect my price, and so on, no? How much demand I should create so my token doesn't dump, or there is any failure scenario that I'm missing as a project. So we help answering these questions in a data-driven way. Because current state of projects tokenomics, nowadays it looks like more or less like this, right? We have some pie chart of token distribution, and we have some circulating supply graph over time. But what we want to have is that a dynamic and interactive platform where everyone can understand and you can translate the power of your token economy. So moving from these pie charts into the simulation tool that we're going to showcase. So going a bit more technical, when we're thinking about the tokenomics, there are different steps in a project. No, the first one is the design part. No, that Pedro was leading in the BKN project. It was really properly done, good ideas on the table. And second, we go to the model and simulation part. Once we say, hey, we have these design ideas, how we can stress test these ideas and to see that they are mathematically possible, no? How are these scenarios possible? And finally, there's the continuous monitoring part that when a project goes live, you can track and see how different changes will affect your token price. So we are here, we're going to talk about how to model and simulate tokenomics of a project. So first question is why agent-based simulation is a good idea, no? So you have to think as tokenomics as a validating a complex system. And there are a lot of elements that influence this complex system. And this methodology, it captures all the possible interactions. No? Think of your protocol as a simulation environment and the different users that interact in the protocol that are agents, the different agents that are interacting, no? From people that is using the protocol, investors, and so on. So we can break down the agent-based simulation onto different agents that will be using the protocol, investors, stakers, experts in the BKN use case, and so on. These different agents will have different behaviors. For instance, the investors will be getting the token invested and they can hold it. The users can do some tokenizations, and this will be happening in the protocol. No? The protocol is the environment. It also allows us to have time-dependent things, because if we want to simulate how the BKN token will be in month 10, we need information from the stage of month 9, 8, 7, 6, and so on. And with all this information, you can build different scenarios, optimistic, pessimistic. You can play with different fees, and it's very explicable. No? So you can monitor and you can compare how different changes will affect your economy. This is good for token engineers because it's a very good way to go to understand and see different token scenarios. And for protocols, it's interesting because you can answer some what-if questions, no? Because there are a lot of what-if questions about how users will react to some token utility.
Okay,
Or
Carlos, I'm gonna stop you there, and I'm gonna try to interact a bit more. And
sure.
I'm just putting into place some doubts that we have, or the community has, go over with me in the past, that I think is very relevant. The agent part that you described. So on the community relationship. So everyone that joins the community, a lot of them are holders, a lot of them bought the token. So what do you think is it's important information wise within the agents? Because as a holder, you become an agent on the ecosystem, and what are the possibilities that someone having this knowledge are able to align to the value creation of the protocol, understanding the protocol as a whole, us as a team, agents as community, investors, projects, and everyone. So how would you say that how important that is, and how your tool address it?
So I think that it's important that the information is transparent for both parts, and I think that the steps that you're doing to open this platform is really important. And another thing that is the community that is a holder, we can think of ways on how they can contribute to the protocol and be part of it. So having different utilities that align them to the growth of the protocol, this will be one. And yeah, and and it's very related to the token model that you have. It's imagine a utility one or a different one. But yeah, I think that transparency and alignment and telling people what brings value to the protocol and what doesn't bring value to the protocol, it's really, really important.
Good. Let's go to the what ifs.
Let's go to the what ifs. so so these are questions that you will have along the way. How the different mechanisms will impact the token supply and the token in case of burning or staking, or how do we incentivize different behaviors. It's what we were talking right now, and so on. No? And you can simplify in different scenario your tokenomics. And the idea, no, is like we start having some tokenomics design ideas, we do some validation with code, and we can see it in the dashboard. So for the breaking community, when Pedro or talking with the community or different people, they have new ideas of the token design, we can test them before going live. So this is a very important thing, that for all these ideas that boosters in the community can do a change in the protocol. So if we have to, no, this is the agent-based simulation part, the most technical one that I'm going to deep dive. And if we have to think about tokenomics and Bricken tokenomics, first of all, we have to know that when we're doing simulations, there are two big different parameters. The first one are the design parameters, no? Things that you can decide, things that you can affect. In this case, in Bricken protocol, it can be the fees that we're charging, the vesting schedules, the utilities that we're creating, and the price of these utilities. No, there are things that you can control. And in the other hand, there are the hypotheses, no? Things that you cannot control, but are really important for the protocol. User growth, holding token hypothesis for different types of agents, and so on. And thinking on Bricken, if we think of design parameters, these are all the design, all the parameters that you're able to tweak in our simulation platform. So the tokenization fee, the success fee, the crypto on-ramp, and more features that, as I hope you share with the community, that you're planning to implement, and how this will affect your economy from the vesting side. Different hypotheses. Here in the Bricken part, the hypotheses are clear, client growth and the size of the funding rounds, but we can have other hypotheses regarding the crypto ramp usage, future secondary sales, average expenditure of experts, holders versus vesting selling ratio, how much tokens are people holding. And all this is summarized on how these different actions will affect different parts of the protocol and will affect the token price, no? Which elements drive the buying pressure of the token and which elements drive the selling pressure of the token. So I think that an image is worth 1,000 words. That's what it said. And we're going to take a look onto the Bricken platform. And the idea is that you will have on the left side all the scenario builders, all the things that you can change to see how this will react in the token economy, from checking the robustness, the rewards, the liquidity, etc., etc. And let me share the Bricken simulation platform.
Do it. This is we did mention we had a previous call a couple of weeks ago where I was discussing some changes and what's coming up for scenarios and what's going to be bring up to the community and the current behavior on everything, on price, on holding activities, on claiming on the vestings. We have launchpads closing up their buybacks program, so everything, a lot going on into the token price and the value of the ecosystem. So a lot of tokenization coins that are gonna start launching the rounds. So that's gonna trigger a lot of the incentives that we have put together. And yeah, well, I'm really excited about the tool because it allows, like you were explaining, to see uh, scenarios of the future. It's not we're not able to see the future by instincts because we don't know, how everyone is going to behave looking forward. But what we do have is kind of a picture, a raw picture of what should happen. And it's important for me to address this and together with you, Carlos, because what we're the objectives of these MIAs, and explain the community how it works, is for them to visualize themselves into this ecosystem and the protocol, and to understand when will they, if they have their own decision making, when will for them be proper to do these decisions, and how long will they have to wait to set up their time expectancies, or expectations is the word, and to work with us, because as a protocol, obviously not everything is decided by us and run by us. We're the ones working 24/7, but a lot of you guys are the ones that allow us to do it. So yeah, this is just one of the main objectives of having Carlos today explain us this tool. And then yeah, let's check out how it has how the model has evolved. And yeah, excited to see next steps that we're already working on for the past month, and we're gonna be releasing some new things working together with these guys. So yeah, all yours, Carlos.
Thank you, Pedro. And just to complement what you were saying, having a tool where everyone can discuss about it and they have the same background information is really, really important, because in most of the DAOs that we're seeing, people create some Excel spreadsheet, they put in the forum, and it's very important that we have the same way to visualize and discuss the protocol information. So here in the left side, we have two big parts. One is the design parameters, things that the protocol can change. For instance, protocol fees, and later we will have the different hypotheses. No? So we have the tokenization fees, the success fees, the crypto run fee. Imagine if BKN start charging, let's say, $10,000 in the in the tokenization fees. This is, as you were seeing here, is some estimations on how, at the different growth level, the token price will evolve over the time. No? But let's go back to the 5,000. Wait, sorry. So this here we can discuss the protocol fees. Later on, we can see different features that BKN plans to launch, and we can select the month that this feature is going to be launched, the percentage of income for the protocol, and so on. This is for the case of secondary sales, experts, and a SaaS monthly fee that you're planning to do. And we can also, well, this is written in stone. You will be able to change here, but only as an exercise, the total token supply are the initial token price. But here you have the investors and the vestings. No? Imagine that we're planning to change some of the vestings. If you're changing here the vestings, you can see, you will see here that once this community vesting will start month 5, and you're able to change and see how the token price will change when inputting different vesting month, for instance. No? So for instance, here, imagine that we can add some vesting in the round, in the initial community rounds. So this part is much more smoother for regarding the token price. So we can change here things from the vesting. Here we have on the right side the state of the simulation for each month of the simulation. So how are we in month 12 regarding the selling and the buying ratio. You can also change the expected growth of clients for Britain. You can change the average run size. Imagine that, hey, we have lower run size. How is the total monthly that we raised in the protocol? So now here you're seeing the simulation is running, and every chart in the simulation change accordingly to your input parameters. So as you can see, this is pretty fast and smooth, and you will be able to check it out by yourself. No? So here we have some more graphics. Important.
I'm gonna jump into these two things that you just explained, Carlos, to put into perspective for the community. Once having this tool, how could this be, helpful for them information wise? So, for example, on the vesting side, we went for different decision making in the past regarding our team on how long will the WBKN be holded and how long will the vesting of the WBKN be changed or and then we do the decision making based on specific time frames that we think are going to allow the protocol to grow, and then the performance that the team and the community is in the market, because we, as an open market, as an open traded token, we depend a lot on the market, is going to behave. So for example, in your case, whenever these changes were made before, we didn't have this tool for you to review and to see how is that going to affect long term those changes in variable, how is it going to change your let's call it price performance within time, and for you to align your decisions into this tool, and having the community having access to it will allow us to um, work all together in the information that's shared, and for you to understand why are the reason of specific changes. In this particular view of hypothesis, saying growth, saying funding, as an open protocol, you're able to audit every single project that we launch as a tokenization. So basically, if you're a user, or if you're a holder, or if you're interested into joining the protocol, the community, you can go and then you find out about Bricken, watching the tokenizations that are coming, high drama tokenization, people from Poland tokenization, or the Brazilians tokenization. You can review how much their fund is. So the greater their fund is, or the more money they're getting through their offerings, as a community, you're going to get rewarded specific amounts of value, so you can make your decisions into, I'm going to hold the token, I'm going to sell the token, I'm going to bring my friends into the token or the protocol or whatever. So this is the idea of the not just being transparent on saying, the data is there and you just review it, but to give you a full understanding, and something that you can digest better in whatever occasion, either is if yourself looking into your money, or if you build a community and you want to explain them how the protocol works, or whatever you want to do. If you're a funder and you want to convince your community that this is tokenization is the right way, instead of going private equity or going to a VC or whatever, that's the idea of why we're sharing the information. Oh, yours, Carlo. Back to you.
Thank you, Pedro. So yeah, that's the main objective, to have a tool that is shared with the community and you can take decisions together. So here we can have the different token dynamics. It's a bit smoother since we changed the vestings. So we are able to imagine if you change the vesting again. So simulation is running. And here, for instance, you have a big um, supply of tokens at the same time. No? So when you have vesting, the supply is shared in the next 12 months. And as you can see, you can change any input parameter on the tool, and all the different graphs of the protocol, or all the different graphs change accordingly. So we can have here one of the most important charts, how the buying and the selling pressure will evolve month over month, which are the main drivers for the buying pressure. In this case, is the tokenization fee, how different, how other parts will add some buying pressure, and which is the biggest selling pressure parts. No, so as you can see here, we have a big increasing of token in month 17, and this is a spike because we have some hypothesis of how which percentage of users will be selling the token. So we can have from token supply, token distribution, to company earnings, treasury earnings, and so on. And you're able to change any input parameters from the funding rounds, from the user behavior, and the holders vesting selling ratio. So this is a quick walkthrough into your platform. I don't have anything else to explain for now, but I would love to hear about you, hear about your feedback. We're here to help you to build a tool that is useful for your protocol and to help all the BKN token holders to be aligned. Pedro, I think you're mute.
I was mute. My bad. So yeah. I just wanted to bring some relevance to the community and to everyone that's gonna get a watch this episode that we're creating for the MIA. So basically, this is how I mean we me and Carlos been working on all this for quite a long time. I think we started on 2022 and yeah, we follow up this and we keep working because we're working on the let's call them the continuous monitoring that these guys are amazing data scientists. So if you have a company or if you're looking into develop a tokenization or put together any type of token behavior within whatever incentive that you want to put together or whatever company that you want to jump into this Web3. These guys are available for you. They're part of our partners, and I hardly recommend you to have a quick call with Carlos. He's always open to new ideas into how to help you out. Besides the tool, that is I would say a more structured idea for following in whatever happened, or if you finally decide to develop or not. This process has helped us organize ideas a lot, which is the main objectives that you want here, and to develop KPIs company wise. So basically, when you want to develop this, or when you want to work on a token based uh, dynamic or system, there are so many things that could change, and this really helps you to put into one place all the different scenarios that could happen, for you to think on them and for you to share it with whoever is going to participate. So these guys really understand how data can allow you to do that, and they actually put together the model. So it's been really helpful on the way we've drawn so far. So I just want to let that comment there. Invite everyone that has doubts or anything to ask these guys at Cenit Finance, and if you have a project or anything that you want to review, I'm sure these guys are more than happy to jump on a call and help you out in minutes on how you can, yeah, how can they add value to your project or to your idea. And yeah, besides that, I wanted to do some quick questions that we got from the community prior on. Maybe we can discuss it. We have, I think, well, a bit more than a minute or so, so there's not much time for it, but sure to share it with Carlos yesterday later. So, Carlos, as a brick and holder, what are your expectations? You're on a higher level of knowledge, managing the data, managing everything. Now we're developing the continuous monitoring on this, so you're gonna have your eyes on us on chain all the time. So, what do you think? Where's your personal opinion on everything that's developing, organization wise and project wise?
So, well, I think that tokenizing is a new option that came into place in order to have some financing for your company, for any company. So I'm optimistic on that. As a brick holder, I'm I'm holding. You can check it. You can check it on chain, and yeah, and I think that as more assets will go on chain, it's important to have this technology that helps you do it in a very friendly way.
Good, good. I think uh, less words are good than that are better than a lot. So thank you for the compliment. I will take it as a compliment, Carlos. And yeah, I will let go the community. It's been 30 minutes, so we don't want to extend this much longer. But thank you very much to everyone that listened. The ones that didn't do it live, but they do it after, I'll be reviewing, comments and questions on any of the channels, YouTube, Telegram, Instagram. The guys at Seni had their own channel, so if you want to reach out directly to them, they're on every
Sure.
post from this is shared. If you want to mention them, Carlos, go ahead.
Uh, well, and also I'm sharing my information on screen. Any doubt that you have, you can drop me an email. You can follow us on Twitter. Happy to answer your questions and to keep helping the Bricken community and whoever is interested in the tokenomics field.
Thank you very much for your time, Carlos. Thank you everyone that joined, and yeah, see you on future MIAs regarding tokenomics, which is the ones that I run to. Bye bye everyone, and have a nice weekend.